How y'all feel out there?
I represent the Yay area.
They say we was ahead of our time. Quiet as it's kept, they say the streets wasn't ready yet. But now did we fret? Nope. That just made us come much, much doper. The distributors dissed us. They say the vulgar language was way too vicious. Man, they was way out of line for that. They took in all these rappers that was hella rap. Now folks, would you pop to this? Pertaining to the click having the gift to spit. You got to be original, man, with heck of gang. You can't be lame. What is a rap without the slang? With your luck, with your vision. Take the tape into the room and then listen. While your palms get to sweating with tension. Yeah, check this part out though. Look here.
Represent the Yay area.
Yeah, hey, what's happening, everybody? It is I says me, DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. That is the Bay Area of California. And I'm back again, y'all. I appreciate you for being here with me. ReactioNalysis. Time for a new take. Time for some new music. Time to see what's going on. If you like me, you get caught up trying to find all of what's hot, what's not, you know what I'm saying, as far as the music industry goes. So I simplified the process for you, bringing a reaction as well as analysis wherever applicable to the new music that's coming out. This one right here, as of June 2025, I got 5, if not 6, brand new songs for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do so, I'm going to remind you to like, to comment, to subscribe. And speaking of subscribers, I want to give a shout out to my most recent subscribers, Marcus Miller. Shout out to you, man. I sent you a subscription. Also to Esco Entertainment. I want to send a shout out to Esco Entertainment. Sent you a subscription as well. And then to Sagittarius Jones. Appreciate all the new subscribers, but most of all, appreciate supportive subscribers. See, it's one thing to show up. It's another thing to participate. These are people that comment on videos and things like that. So I got to say what's up to Jacob Moore, then also to the Quad Father, 707. About that 707, Vallejo, Fairfield, wherever you're from, wherever you've been. Just know DjRon, the classic DJ, has DJed in those places. Love those places. Send a shout out to y'all. All right, so we're going to hop into it, y'all. Brand new videos. First one is going to be by Daz Dillinger. This song is called Destiny. Y'all know Daz is one half of the Dog Pound. Started out when Death Row first started out. Been around a long time, you know what I mean? And the Dog Pound allegedly had broke up. They got back together. They back on Death Row. This time, though, Daz Dillinger's on his first solo flight that I know of. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment. You know what I mean? That's part of like, comment, and subscribe, right? We talk to each other. We talk to me, and I'll talk back to y'all. That's how we doing, all right? So Daz Dillinger, this one's called Destiny. Let's see what Daz talking about. Before I even get started, though, I got to give Daz his props. Daz is one of the best beat makers on the West Coast, if not in the whole rap game, right? Even as All Eyes on Me, hardly regarded as a lot of people as the best album that came out of all time, and 2 or 3 of the best songs on that album produced by Daz. Ambitious as a Rider, Scandalous, which was, you know, that's one of them songs, if you like it, you love it, you know what I mean? And if not, then, you know, God bless you. But then not only that, though, 2 of America's Most Wanted win. I remember when they had a video, they was in the studio talking to Tupac, and Tupac was at the soundboard, and he said, look, I'm finna give y'all a glimpse at what's gonna be an anthem. The man called it an anthem 30 years ago. And 30 years later, guess what, y'all? It's an anthem. So let's go ahead and see what Daz talking about right now. 2025, Daz Dillinger, Destiny. Let's get it.
If you know what you got, then you ain't got much. So what's your destiny?
I want destiny. It's the place for me. Yeah. I'm living a simple life. I'm getting away from here. Let me be me. Come on, let me feel free. Let me be me.
Don't know where you're going, then you already lost. Life will change your full price. Never take it what you got. I had to map out all my pain, turn my scars into plans, turn the block into a classroom, selling to a stand. I done seen too much, shit just so fake where I'm at. Came from the dirt, I'm clean, can't erase none of that. It's a lot to accomplish, I still got a dream. I move with a purpose. purpose, nigga. I still chase cream. I done survived in the streets, I done dodged the grave. 10 toes down, nigga, never asked to be saved. Seen the cold in your eyes, you see the hunger in mine. Keep my head in the storm, stay aligned with the sun. This life don't promise you nothing, just pain and text. So I thank God daily for every breath. You can die for the name or a peaceful glance, to live broke forever, nigga, if you miss that chance. I won't destiny. I won't destiny.
It's the place for me. Yeah. A pure simple life. I'm getting away from here. Let me be me. Come on, let me feel free. Let me be me.
I ain't here by mistake. Every step is earned. Every cut in my soul was like a page when it turned. I could've died 100 times, still breathing in grace. I got the fire in my chest that can't be replaced. You know I did it all. You with my back to the wall. When I rise above it all, when we fight, when we brawl. Sick ain't no fear in my heart. You know I weigh in the truth. Just take a hit of this, nigga. It's 1,000 proof. You know destiny, not luck. It's a path to create. Even God don't bless you when a nigga straight. Hey, so I'ma lock it down. I'ma break free. It's my time, my life, my destiny. I had to bet up on myself. Now when the dice swings up, you know I fuck with that. You know they love it the most. You know life got curves, but I drive with wheels. So what's your destiny, nigga? Is your life fulfilled? I won't
Destiny.
I won't destiny.
It's the place for me. Yeah. A pure simple life. I'm getting away from here. Let me be me. Come on, let me feel free. Let me be me.
Ain't no place you can't go if you believe in your soul. You know the world cold. You know it's burning through your nose. They told me I failed, said the odds were too steep. So I rose from the bottom to the top of the street. I've been broke, been solid, been stabbed in the back. But I learned how to move, never fell off track. Now my goals ain't just mine. This for those who wanna make it, for those who wanna take it for their time that was vacant. I see my destiny like a crown in the mist. Now what's the best for me? Just getting money, getting rich. See, you won't know where you be until you take that route. The destiny niggas call a nigga, just close your mouth. You know I push them in the corner, tear they ass to bit. You know I stand tall, nigga, I was born for this. You know that's the nigga's mind, you know I had to believe. You can't find nothing, nigga, if you don't got G. This
right, y'all. Question is, how
How
y'all
y'all feel out there?
Like, you know what I mean? I thought,
Oh,
personally,
yeah. All
I thought,
right.
let me put it like this. With the intro that I gave, as far as Dad's talking about how dope the beat is and everything else, I thought it was a letdown. I had to give him a 6 on that beat. You know, it just wasn't, you know, I know we doing stuff where we mixing in the soulful samples or whatnot and everything else, whether that's an original song or not. I understand what the flavor he was striving for, but just didn't taste as good as, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of the stuff that what we're accustomed to, you know what I mean? Just to give you an example, when you take, who was that made Money Up, got now I'm 2 million up or something like that, I put 2 million up, and they used that Dennis Edwards in the background. That was genius the way that producer did that beat. And because I consider Daz a genius producer, I just would have liked to just the beat just to hit a little harder, and maybe it's something a little more gripping, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, on the flip side of that, I got to get a flow of 8. You know what I mean? I give him an 8.0, which is not bad. Not bad at all. You know what I mean? Daz is never known to be the most lyricist, but he usually has something to say. So I'm going to give him 8 on there. He definitely said a little something. I noticed at the after that second verse, though, he said, is your lane fulfilled? You know what I mean? It's like asking a question. So that's a question that we all got to ask ourselves. Are we fulfilling our lane? You know, as for me, myself, as I told you before, DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay, been doing this for 22 years. You know what I mean? And while I still love music, you know what I mean? It's my sin of choice. It's what I do. You know what I mean? As far as listening to it and everything else. Again, it's hard to find the classics, you know what I mean, in the midst of. So, first of all, on that note, I got to give a shout out to Slick Rick. I gave him whatever grade I gave him on that last, on my last reaction analysis, taking a point up because I listened to it again and just noticed that, you know, it's a little bit better than what I thought. But understand this: when I'm giving these grades, I'm not grading them against nobody else that's out there. I'm grading them against themselves. Once again, Daz got better beats, and I heard him flow a little more harder. Go over and listen to Dip with me on the DPG album, you know what I mean? From like 2002, I think it was, or whatnot. You know, you hear him flowing on that. So anyway, that's how I feel about it. Shout out Marathon Burger, and shout out to Nip. You know what I'm saying? I love how they continue to pay homage to Nip, you know what I mean? And Marathon Burger, I don't know if it's on the beach or whatnot. That's the only location. As a chef, I would say that's not the best location, unless you just got people just walking through just to walk through and be seen or whatnot. But if you're trying to get in that water, which is probably on the Pacific East Coast, though, on the Pacific Coast, not East Coast, West Coast, Pacific, not a good combination, getting in water. If you ever done it before, if you ever eaten and then got in that water within an hour, you know you cramp up and you're likely to get waterlogged. You know what I mean? Get locked into that water, you know what I mean? Have to have somebody carry you out. You know what I mean? I don't like to play them kind of games with water, so that's just me. But, you know, I heard Marathon Burgers is good. Shout out to them. And this is the last thing, though. The sweatsuit my guy got on, though, the DPG clothing, you know what I mean? Yeah, representing Death Row Records. The color combination is cool. You know, I'm a Warriors fan. Golden State Warriors all day long. But the pattern, and I'm not trying, you know, I'm supposed to be talking about the music, but I'm just trying to help up-and-coming creators out there. This is dope. This is a dope fit for L.A. You get what I'm saying? And if LA still trip off the colors and whatnot, I'm from the Bay. We have no gang ties whatsoever as far as Crips and Bloods and everything else. But if they still going on the colors, it's dope for LA Crips. You get what I'm saying? And no, I'm not throwing up the gang sign. That's just my hand gestures, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm very, very, very neutral. You know what I mean? Shout out California. Shout out the U.S. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to maximize your marketing potential, you got to make something for everybody. You know what I mean? You have to make something for everybody. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he had TBG on the back or whatever. It's just not something that I will wear, that I will rock. You know what I mean? Although Snoop rocked it very well, I believe. I believe that's the same kind of sweatsuit he had on at the Super Bowl. So, look, we done with that. Shout out Daz Diligent. Shout out Corrupt. Looking forward to another album by the Dog Pound. You know what I mean? Definitely still going to listen to that Dog Food album, which is one of the best albums that came out of Death Row. So, we're going to move on to the next song. All right? We're going to move on to the next song. So, this next song that I got lined up for y'all, it's a new cat. I never heard of him before. You know what I mean? His name is Richie Evans. You know. Although, when I found this video, when I was checking out this video, I Googled the man's name again. He got a dope song with Rick Ross called Can't Knock the Hustle. You know what I mean? It sounded dope. I immediately added it to my playlist. So is this song going to be added to the playlist? I don't know. It's Would Be Legit, who's one of my favorite rappers for the Bay Area. You know what I mean? I definitely got him in my top 5 for the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? I would say top 10 and say not top 5, but I got to keep it 1,000 with y'all. He's one of my top 5 rappers from the Bay Area. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I were to have a birthday party and have someone perform at my birthday party, Be Legit would be my first choice. Second would be Richie Rich. And third would be Drew Down, as far as not having a notoriety and everything else. I've never seen E40 in concert, but if 40 want to walk through and definitely want to come in and guest appear, man, for sure. And if they say, well, you know, we got 40, he ready to do your party, man, come on through, man. You know what I mean? Shout out, love to E40. And then also the great, the legend, the Too Short, you know what I mean? Please, I saw him in concert so many times that, you know, I don't want the dilemma of trying to pick out the songs I would want Too Short to perform at my party. Let's see, with Drew Down and Richie Rich, I already know the playlist for y'all. Same thing, same problem with E40, you know what I mean? So look, let's go ahead and get into this song. It's called What's Happening. Let's see where Richie Evans is going to be at. There's no lyrics on this video, so we're going to just check out the song. Straight lace, no chase. See what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I'm in that full 40 Oldsmobile, golden rally stripes. Custom candy paint with the custom fitted pipes. Double leather stitching with the amber marker lights. With them gold flake chips reflecting off that white. Big block engine, airbag suspension. That wood grain trim, armor all with the protection. Moving through the city like I'm 57 Freddy. Put 160 on the dash like a Mario and Dreddy. Big box whipper, big dog tipper, fifth wheel lifter, cognac sipper. Leaning sideways when I slide to the beat. Showing love to the city when I ride through the street. I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Deuces run wild, Northern Cali style. Bows with the Zeniths, I aim to be the cleanest. Any given Sunday, catch me out in the wind. I hit the corner slow with the gold kick spin. Feeling for the win, you know I talk my shit. Hit the gas 2 times and I walk my bitch. Then I lost my bitch, but them handles is A1 skills behind the wheel. You know I'm ill from day one. Later I play some, maybe I ride slow. Something about the top, damn, it's damn near a man though. Looking at you sideways, I'm almost a fan though. But I'm the one that made you so.
Yeah, I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm in that old school Chevy and I pull up at the light. Got the music banging, feeling kinda right. I see my nigga, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Ooh, how y'all feel about that one? Let me just say this before I come back to y'all again. Let me say this. I immediately added that to my playlist. I immediately wanted to add it to the playlist. That beat was so smooth and so mellow, it was slapping so hard. And the first thing I thought was add it to my playlist. But second of all, this is a perfect beat for Be Legit to slide on. You know what I mean? He got that slow flow, no additives, no preservatives. You know what I mean? He just gonna give it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Be Legit. But Richie Evans held his on his own too, though. You know what I mean? Like he studied the game and he studied how Be Legit gonna flow in there, and he wanted to match perceived energy. You know what I mean? Maybe Be Legit had his verse first or not, but anyway, he was in the same lane as Be Legit would rap in. So the song is dope. You know what I mean? The song is dope. Speaking of the song, the artwork is dope. This is my favorite pair of tennis shoes ever came out on the market. You know what I mean? Nike Cortez, especially when they fresh new with that little with the fresh sole on them. You know what I mean? That jagged sole on there, so dope. Y'all know that once they start to wear down, they get ugly. You know what I mean? And almost like you wish you could remove that part of it. You know what I mean? So Nike should find some kind of way to make that last a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Keep that air pad under the insole. But anyway, when I talk about the shoes, even though they dope. I never had this particular pair before. And if I see them, I'm going to grab them, though. But the song, though, all in all, I gave the beat a 9.0. I gave the lyrics a 9.0 as well. Wasn't Legit's best, but it's consistent, though. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. And shout out to Richie Evans. You did your thing. How y'all feel about that one? You know what I mean? Y'all want a lyric video for this one? You know what I mean? Definitely. Show me a number 10. You know what I mean? Well, Richie Evans. You know what I'm saying? Just put Evans, Be Legit, 10. Lyric video coming. You know what I'm saying? 5 is alright. You know what I mean? It was alright. You know. Could have been better. You know what I mean? I don't even have to listen to it again. And 1 being, that's terrible. You know what I mean? But 10 being something to ride to. You know what I mean? Whatever your number is, somewhere up in there, you know what I mean? Probably gonna do a lyric video anyway. I'm probably gonna do a lyric video anyway because I'm probably gonna want to listen to this one again, even though it's on Spotify. So that's how I feel about that one. We finna move on to the next video, y'all. We finna move on to the next video. In this next video, I have to be honest with you, I cringed when I saw it. You know, it's something when, you know, we have one of our greats to pass away. You know what I mean? I don't know where he's at on your list. You know, is DMX in my top 10 rappers? I'm going to say no. Personally, I'm going to say no because his first album was just so up here, and then he progressively got worse, in my opinion. You know, the second album dipped down. Third album went up a little bit, but then after that, it was just, you know, 1-2 great songs on every album. And they want to let the man live, you know what I mean? They want his legacy to live on, and it should. But I just believe It's Dark and Hell is Hot would solidify it right there. Period, point blank. Just, you know, if you want to talk about who DMX was, y'all want to hear DMX, just play that album. Just that album right there, that's enough, you know what I mean? But, you know, just like we did with Tupac, and I think they tried to do it with Biggie, but he didn't have enough work on the reels, you know what I'm saying, on masters or whatnot. You know, Tupac probably could drop an album to this day and it's still going to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if X is on that level. You know what I mean? But we're going to listen to this one right here. This is DMX and Joyner Lucas. And it's called Bring Out the Worst. You know, and again, that's not to say I'm not a DMX fan, but I'm just saying what's done is done. You know what I mean? We don't have to do it over and over again. Maybe this song will change my mind. Maybe it won't. But this is DMX and Joyner Lucas. Bring Out the Worst. Let's see what we got. Got lyrics.
Try, but I do fight. Just can't seem to do right. Can't run with the big dogs. Your jeans is too tight. I've been doing this for too long. Plus dog is too strong. Let you cats wipe me off the map with a new song. Nigga, you know you wrong for trying that shit there. Yeah, nigga, went there. All you did was sit there. I've been rapping for 20 years and you 20 years old. Niggas back on the block. Look if you go gold. It's a new sheriff in town. Just been reelected. You ain't gotta like it. Respect it. Nigga, check it. I'ma get it in till the nigga wins with the dividend. We gon' walk these dogs. You like, oh, it's him again. I knew that's how you felt. Pussy, I knew that's how you smelled. But you cats doing playing around with your speech, talking about what you got, but ain't able to teach. You can put on a vest, but I'ma still stop you. Cause I got a chopper that sound like a helicopter. And niggas really don't want me to pop the trunk. You gon' either drop a slump when I cock it down. With a Glock or pump. Cats ain't ready. Half from here to here, looking like spaghetti. Pull out the machete, hack off the limbs, bag up the pieces, wipe off the Timbs, jump in the Benz, 5 cars deep, 4 o'clock in the morning, riders don't sleep, shut shit down whenever we hit town. Give a nigga pass, that ain't my dick, damn. You can bring out the best, bring out the worst. They gon' bring out the worst, they gon' bring out the hearse. Niggas play poker, but I play poker. Hit it from ear to ear, make them smile like the Joker.
Told you I'm a rare breed, better hide in the dark. I'm like a pit bull mixed with a fucking lion and shark. Catch a nigga on his break, make him die in the park. Joyner Lucas hard bite, you niggas die in the park. Ex told me not to starve, now I gotta show out. You ain't met an evil dog until I rip your throat out. Get the blood all on my jaw, snatch a nigga's soul out. I got heat all in my paws, even when it's cold out. Like, who the fuck you think you talking to? I'm not the 1 or 2. Promise you I'm really with the shits, that's the number 2. And my bank account make you sick, that's what numbers do. I've been running shit since I was 6, this ain't nothing new. I've been on some fuck the rules. I do what I wanna, can't no pussy tell me what to do. I'm about my bread, you little cookie niggas dungaroos. Fucking with the gang, you about to really see the upper room. Fuck you niggas wanna do a chance, fuck your crew. I never can get too comfortable, nobody can telling me what to do. I'm making a flip, I'm busting moves, I'm getting my way, I touch the 2. I'm letting it spray, I bust the 2. Get ready to face some guns or 2. A nigga got way too much to lose. If you don't get too close to me, you know that my heart's too cold to bleed. And none of the things you won't believe, I'm all in your head, I'm dopamine. I'm one of your bitches ovaries, I never can miss them 0 for 3. You better than quick provoking me, you niggas are just smart to me. The bigger the king, the bigger the cause, the bigger the image, huh? I get it by any means, you know what I want, just give me a minute, huh? I used to run from the D's, praying to God, but niggas are sinning, I had to get it, I gotta get it, Smoking black and miles until my throat I had me rasping. I done took some losses coming up and got my ass kicked. Hate them 9 to 5s, I shit, I barely bring the cash in. All my life I had to fight and now I feel like Cassius. I ain't saying that I want them all cause I be capping. What you know about risking it all to make it happen? They told me be patient, I said bitch where you gon' last it. Look what you done did, you done turned me to a savage.
Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Where
feel about that one? I mean, seriously, how
How
y'all
y'all
feel about
feel
that
out
one? You know the
there?
criteria. 1 is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 is terrible. Glad I heard it. Don't need to hear it again. I'm not streaming. I don't need to go buy no CD. Nothing. I'm good on that one. That one is just, you know, even with the great DMX on there, I'm cool. 5 being, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I might dibble back for whatever reason. I may dibble back to it. I might go back and listen to it. I might not. If I hear it again, that's cool. If I don't hear it again, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. 10 being, you know what, man, that was dope. You know what I mean? That's something to ride to. That is something to add to my playlist. You know what I mean? I definitely love a lyric video just so we can understand it a little bit better, a little bit more. You know, how y'all feel about that one? I know. It's supposed to be me, right? It's supposed to be my reaction analysis. First of all, let me just say this. The beat was slapping. I gave the beat an 8.0. Matter of fact, I'm going to call it an 8.5. Let me change that. I'm going to give that beat an 8.5. It had some 808 in there. It was slapping. You know what I mean? I don't know about what y'all listen to it on. And anytime that you listen to these videos by me, you definitely want to make sure your sound bar is on. You know, if you're riding in your whip, you know what I mean, got some beat in your Jeep, you know what I mean, turn it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make sure them subs is up. You know what I'm saying? So, you got some good headphones, you know, it's going to sound cool. So the beat was nice, you know what I'm saying? As far as DMX go, I may have been wrong. You know, that was a dope verse. I don't know where he got it from. It started off sounding a little recycled. That's the first thing that came to mind. However, he was saying something. The way he's putting his metaphors and stuff together. 10 on the flow. You know what I mean? I give him a 10 on the flow. You get what I'm saying? It still makes me wonder, makes me think, if they did a whole DMX album, is it going to be 10 on the flow all the way across? Or is it going to dip down to the 5, 6, 7 range? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how much work he did. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to DMX, once again, one of the greats. My top 25, if he's in my top 10, probably not. Probably my top 15, though, of all time, though. But definitely 25. Definitely top 25. As far as Joyner Lucas, he left a little something to be desired. You know what I mean? I believe I heard him on the Will Smith album. If I'm not mistaken, he's on that Will Smith album. And this verse right here didn't do it for me. I give him a 7 on that flow. You know what I'm saying? He did have one notable part. That boy said he'd been fighting all his life. Now he feel like Cassius Clay. I'm just Muhammad Ali for those that don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all saw Coming to America. Y'all know. If a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, we call him that. Mama named him Cassius. I'm gonna call him. But anyway, I give him just a 7.0. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I feel about it. But I want to know how y'all feel. Make sure you like it. You know what I mean? Video, if you like it this far, especially if you made it this far, it means you like it. You know what I mean? But go ahead and comment, though. You know what I'm saying? Scale of 1 to 10. You know what I mean? We're going to call this for DMX, JL. You know what I'm saying? Bring out the worst. However you want to say it. You know, let me know how y'all feel about that one. Again, I get a song all in all. I give it a 7.58 at the most. For the song, all in all. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to move on to the next one. And then speaking of DMX, this young lady right here, she definitely reminds me of DMX. She's like a female version of DMX. At least that's what I thought when I first saw her perform. Now, when I first saw her, she was on the DJ Vlad video, and the girl is a pretty lady. You know what I mean? She go by the name of Scarlett. And when I saw her on DJ Vlad doing an interview, you know, her story was riveting. You know what I'm saying? So once the video was over, I immediately went to go check out what music she got. And she had a song called This Is New York. And on that song, she, again, reminded me of DMX. She had the energy of a DMX. She had the attitude of a DMX. You know, she just like the female version of DMX. So I don't know what this song sound like. I'm looking forward to getting into it. We're gonna pump it up. We're gonna turn it up. You know, I didn't want to have no commercials for whatever that is, because that was showing before. Because they're not paying me, and I don't drink alcohol. So you know, yeah, you know, judge me if you want to. That's just my preference. I retired from alcohol over 20 years ago. So here we go, y'all. Scarlett. This is Scarlett, y'all, featuring Anthony Hamilton. If y'all don't know about Anthony Hamilton, I believe out of North Carolina, man, one of the most soulful singers you'll ever hear. The boy can sing. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think this should be a boost to both their careers. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Hamilton, I don't know when the last time he dropped a real hit as far as music goes. Best of Me is one of my favorite songs of all time. And then, like I told y'all about Scarlett already. So let's see what they're doing together each episode. But not a lot of new music dropped this week as of yet. You know what I'm saying? as of the time of this recording. So that was the first of 2 bonus tracks that we're gonna have. Not sure about the second one, but how you feel about that one? How y'all feel about that one? I liked it a little bit better than the original one. I gave it an 8.5 for the beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it down to an 8.0 on the beat. It wasn't just overwhelmingly good, but it was cool. You know what I mean? It was cool. The flow, I'm gonna give her a 9.0. You know why? Because she had a message on there. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if we're gonna hear that on the radio, which we should, because just like everybody should hear it at least once. But I think it's something that the women gonna gravitate to. You know what I'm saying? You got Mary J on the hook, and then she had a message talking about, you know, how about loving yourself and everything else, and you know, sending nudes to dudes, and then they looking at it, and you know what I mean? Maybe even post it on social media, put her in depression. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lesson to be learned when it came to that, and that's what most rap music was about in the beginning. And we need to get back to that in these days. You know what I'm saying? Positive messages, life lessons, those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So I gave her a 9.0 on that flow. You know what I mean? So here we go, y'all. We come to the very last song. It's the second bonus song on this video. I don't know how y'all feel about it so far, but if you made it this far, you must be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into this last one. As I said before, Scarlett is not up there with the great female rappers that we know. You know, your Nicki Minaj's, your Megan Thee Stallions, and you know, there's a few other ones out there that are doing their thing. Like this one right here, Cardi B. Now we know she's been going with some drama, through some drama in her life and everything else. So I'm not sure what the song is about. I got an idea what she's talking about. She's outside, like outside again. You know, in the midst of, I think she's going through a divorce or something like that. Anyway, let's get into the song. We're gonna listen to the beat. We're gonna listen to the lyrics, and we're gonna analyze it from there. All right, we're gonna give it an analysis. Let's go. Cardi B with Outside.
Outside niggas love an outside bitch, but be mad when they get some outside. When I tell you these niggas ain't shit, please believe me. They gon' fuck on anything, these niggas way too easy. Good for nothing, low down dirty dogs, I'm convinced. Next time you see your mama, tell her how she raised a bitch. Out on the pop outside, cause it's hot out. You was playing games, hey, you on timeout. Where them fine niggas? They're trying to find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. Well, let's go wrong for wrong, let's go leg for leg. If I can handle that, let me see you handle this. Do you how you do me? Bet you we won't speak again. Favorite player from your favorite team, he in my DM. I'm so small and tiny, he's so big and tall. Might let him dunk this pussy like he dunked the ball. I'm a big freak, come and get a sneak peek. Back it up like beat, till that thing go leak. Chloe called you king, it's cute, don't get me wrong. I like him too, so baby, let me meet LeBron. I love Savannah, let me see what she be on. But there's plenty niggas, baby, I could keep it going. Look, Royal Rumble, it's a jungle line, that's some cheaters. It's clearly you don't give a fuck, so I don't give one either. I like my niggas black and country, that's just what it is. I can tell that he excited, cause he go from small to big. When I tell you these niggas ain't shit, please believe me. They gon' fuck on anything, these niggas way too easy. Low down dirty, good for nothing dogs, I'm convinced. Can't wait to see your mama, tell her how she raised a bitch. I'm going out on the pop outside, cause it's hot out. You was playing games, hey, you on timeout. Where them fine niggas? They're trying to find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. Ooh, I think he's sexy, ooh, he look good as fuck. Ain't that your home girlfriend? Tell her to hook me up. Shit, ain't you having fun? Let's have fun together. Baby, I'm with the shit, you know I'm with whatever. Look, I know I'm cute and funny. I know somebody want me. I might go sell a bit. I know I make some money. Outside niggas love an outside bitch, but be sick when they girls get some outside. I mean, bathing suit, bodysuit, tryna let this body loose. This tequila 90 proof, chasing with my pussy juice. Heard them pages, got them niggas, let me in that locker room. And some ladies out in Vegas, Asia, we was popping boo. Booty cheeks, gotta shake, flirting niggas, got some cake. Let me know the time and place, I'm just tryna ride his face. PJ, vacate, take me somewhere tropical. Spot day, I'm a Zeus, Uber driver, kinda cute. When I tell you these niggas ain't shit, please believe me. They gon' fuck on anything, these niggas way too easy. Good for nothing, low down dirty dogs, I'm convinced. Next time you see your mama, tell her how she raised the bitch. I'm going out on the pop outside, cause it's hot out. You was playing games, hey, you on timeout. Where them fine niggas? They're tryna find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. I ain't see your call, I ain't hear a ring. I'm in the studio, call you when I leave. Who I'm with? I know you fucking lying. Where I'm about to go, I'm about to go out.
Cardi. Talk her talk. Before I give you mine, I want to know yours. How you feel about that one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Shout out to the late great Tupac. He said, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. And, man, she bounced back on that one, y'all. She man. How tall is Offset? Let me just find this out real fast. How tall is Offset? How tall is rapper Offset? I gotta know this because, let's see. He's 5'9". That's not short. He's taller than me. However, she says she get with a tall boy, so maybe she knows something that we don't know about. Maybe it ain't no shot at him at all. I doubt it, but I'm just saying. Because she said she finna get her a tall bro. She want to see what Savannah James is working with. She wants somebody like that, a ball player or something. Matter of fact, was she just with a basketball player? Who cares? I'm not into all the gossip and everything else. 9.0 on the floor. Actually, you know what? The beat. 9.5 on the beat. It was beaten. Yeah, and 9.5 on the floor. I can't even front. Only thing I didn't like about it was she was, I guess she's a boss one for real, as far as she got her paper and everything else. So she felt like she's putting him on timeout and everything else, trying to play the role of a real one. And, real brothers do real things and have real problems to deal with. Ladies, y'all don't want that problem. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, she could have did without that part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Once again, and it's not just about the women. It's just about in general, Everybody want to be the boss until they have to deal with what the boss have to deal with. And then all of a sudden, they want to talk to the boss. If you didn't understand that, it went over your head, then God bless you. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is DjRon. I'm the classic DJ from the Bay Area. I gave her 9.5 overall for that song. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me add it to my playlist. That's something I will ride to. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to her flow because that's what it's all about. It's about the art of it all. You understand what I'm saying? And let me add it to my 2025 so I can make sure I have that. That's something that people are going to turn up to. She's going to have a lady's ear. It's going to be a club banger. It's going to probably be a strip banger as well. But Cardi know how to make hits. If you don't say nothing else about Cardi, you got to tell her. It's like Drake. They know how to make... Well, Drake didn't make no hit the last time. I thought that No Kid was going to go up, but I don't know about that. Baby girl. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, Cardi, you did that one. And as far as this video, we did this one. Shout out to you for making it this far. Once again, don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me your special request. You have something new to come out, man, show up on any video. Comment and let me know. Do our best to get it on the next episode. DjRon, ReactioNalysis. Peace to each and every one of y'all. Take care and as always, God bless.